Hi everybody, I want to talk today about a really positive way to think about what you want to be, what you want to do and what you want to have. So your goals, in other words. Sometimes when we have something that we want, then we have it on our mental screen. We've got a little visual of what it's going to be like when we have it. Or maybe it just makes total sense and it's very logical and it's the next step, and it makes you feel good. So you have a really great positive feeling. And that way of seeing or perceiving your goal is a really healthy way of thinking about the goal. But some people do it the opposite. Some people are what's known as away from people. And they tend to think of a goal. So the classic example in training is usually money. So they want to have a certain amount of money, but they don't concentrate on having that money. They don't think about how great it will be and what it will enable them to do. Instead, what they're focusing on is a lack of money. So they're thinking of poverty or some horrible lack. And it's that lack of money that they are trying to move away from to get towards their goal. But in their mind's eye, if you said to them, what's your goal? And they say, oh, I want to have more money. In their mind's eye, what they will see is the opposite. So they'll think about how awful their situation is at the moment and all the things that they can't do. Another away from example would be somebody that wants to lose weight. Now, the positive way of looking at it is to think about all the ways it's going to feel and all the things that you can do when you've lost the weight, how you're going to feel great. Maybe you're going to be able to get into the clothes that you've always wanted to get into. So that's a really positive way of moving towards your weight loss goal. A negative way, the away from people, would be thinking about how it feels, how it looks when they are heavier than they want to be. And that's what they concentrate on. And they're trying to edge themselves away from being heavier than they want to be, rather than focusing on what it's going to be like when they have reached the weight that they want to be. Another example might be your equestrians. Let's say someone who's anxious when they're riding. Are they concentrating on this goal of being confident, enjoying the ride, being really positive about themselves as riders? Or are they thinking about how awful it is to experience the nerves and anxiety, and they're trying to move away from that? It's much, much more difficult to try and move away from a negative than it is to move towards a positive. Very often, when you're moving away from a negative, there's a hint of fear in that thing that you are trying to move away from. And fear is never good. So in terms of goal setting, it's not great to have fear in there. And it means that your goal is going to be a little bit slower in becoming a reality. It's going to be a little bit more tedious, a little bit more of a grind to get to your goal. So have a think today what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have, and whether you're moving towards it or you're trying to run away from the opposite. Take care for now. Bye.